Never successfully finished a December daily journal? Stay tuned for 5 tips and tricks to survive this month-long journaling project. Hey everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're discussing all things December daily and how to survive this month-long journaling challenge with 5 tips and tricks. But just to give you some background, December Daily was started by Ali Edwards many years ago, and it used to be a project life project where you would document the days leading up to Christmas. But since then, many creators and different people have kind of tweaked this project to fit their own needs. Some people don't celebrate Christmas, some people celebrate different December holidays, and so December Daily has morphed and changed into many different things. And for me personally, it is a month-long challenge where I try to journal every single day of December. Some people stop on the 25th if they celebrate Christmas. I like to document my whole month from December 1st to the 31st in one journal. So the way I do it is very similar to One Book July, where I only use one journal or one notebook for this month, and I do all of my journaling in that. And a lot of people find this a little bit tricky just because it is a very involved process and project where you have to journal pretty much every day. But I'll give you a few tips and tricks on how to survive, because for the past 4 or 5 years I've had success completing my December daily journal by I think the first week of January. So if not on the 31st, I usually complete it in the first week of January and have it all completed by then. I know some people take months to complete it, but for me, I like to finish this during that season, just because it feels nice to document, the special December memories. And, December is a special month for a lot of people, but for me, it's a very fun month because it's also my birthday month. And so I like to kind of jam pack everything in the month and, complete it. And so in January, I can move forward with a new slate of journals and planners. So that's my little spiel. Let's get into some tips and tricks. So the first one that I have is that you are gonna need a dating system for your December daily. Dating as in putting a date on the spread or page, not dating as in like finding a significant other. You're gonna need a dating system, and I like to use various different ways to date my journal. I'll give you a few examples, and I'll give you the one that I like to use, specifically the one that I'm very biased with. But I like to date a lot of my journals using these date stickers. These are nice. These are from Stationery Pal from many years ago, and these have the days of the month, but they don't have the actual day of the week here. So they are pretty much evergreen in terms of keeping this in your stash, because this isn't year specific. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of a date sticker, because it, hopefully would have the day of the week, but this gives you enough information. You get the month and you get the day of the month with the sticker, so that's handy. I've been using this pretty much ever since I moved to California. This is my go-to dating system right now. Every time I say dating system, it makes me laugh. I also like to use, I want to use this next year. I haven't touched this, but it's the same concept. This is from Everyday Explorers Co. I got this in some Happy Mail from Christine. I actually haven't opened it up yet, but it is the same concept. As you can see in the back, you get 12 months of date stickers, and like the Stationery Pal ones, these ones are they contain the month and the date on the month, but it doesn't give you the day of the week, which is nice because again, this is evergreen and you can use it for multiple years if you don't complete this whole pad. And there's a lot, and they're in nice colorways. A lot of them are jewel tones and some of them are a little bit warmer. And yeah, this is definitely right up my alley because I am a dot sticker fiend. Not dot sticker, a date sticker fiend. And then the last thing that I wanted to show, it is a tearaway calendar. This is a very small one. This one's a German one that my friend Abby got me in Germany. Thank you, Abby. Her links will be down below. And I've been using this as well in my journal because it's so tiny and it denotes all of the important information in a date. You get the month, the year, and also the day of the week, because this is 2024 specific calendar, actually 2023. I'm thinking too ahead in advance. And then the one that I personally use is the one that I make. I make a free printable. It's a tearaway calendar similar to this, but it's a printable that I host on my website, Job's Journal, and you can download it for free with the link below. I create one every single year. It's like my holiday / Christmas gift to the viewers of this channel and everyone who's supported me on Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. It's my little gift to everyone during the holiday season. So I like to use that. I don't have it printed out, but you can see it on the screen right now. And it is a forever fave of mine because I love these tearaway calendars, and I like to infuse, a little bit more of some holiday cheer with my own designs on it. So that's why that came about, and I do hope you download it. And if you do use it, please tag me on Instagram or YouTube. I'd love to see how you create something with it. Tip number 2. It's a little bit contrary to the month-long challenge, but it is called December Daily, but it doesn't mean you have to journal daily. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, but I think with these monthly challenges, you really need to give yourself some grace because it is tricky. It is hard to stay on top of it. And when you have a bunch of things going on in the holidays, like, holiday parties, work parties, gatherings, grabbing gifts, shopping, all that, can get tiring. And so I like to journal at the end of the day, and some days you can't get to it. So I like to actually, skip a day or two if I need to, and just catch up on a day that is a bit more calm or quiet. So I kind of carry this philosophy in my journal. You can see that I jump around from date to date. So this was the 9th, and then we go to the 14th, and I kind of journal non-chronologically. Like if you flip through this, it's not all chronological, but I still have each day in here. It's just not in the order that you would have expected. So here's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. But as you can see, I was not feeling like journaling for the 10th for whatever reason. I end up catching up in the future pages. So I take that approach in my own December Daily project. And one of the things that I like to do actually is before I go to bed, so I don't forget, I will go to my notes app and I'll just, type something in here, like, for example, if it's December 8th, I'll just write a bulleted list of the things that I did, just to keep it quick and easy so I don't, get bogged down by the details. So, for example, we could say, watch movie with friends, dinner at Phnom Penh, one of my favorite restaurants in Vancouver. And I like to put any strong emotions that I felt that day, so it's not just like a list of things you did. So felt grateful to catch up with friends, heart very full. And then, yeah, that's it. 3 or 4 bullet points just to help me jog my memory when I need to revisit that spread when I'm working on it, 2 days from now or a day from now. Tip number 3, I like to choose a notebook size and page count that is manageable for me. So if you are doing a 31-day challenge like I am for December Daily, I like to make sure that I have, A, enough pages, and B, it's the right size for me in terms of being able to complete it by the end of the 31 days. Because, for example, you could have a cute A6 notebook like this one, and it's a manageable size to complete a 2-page spread for some people. But if you, allow yourself, 248 pages in a journal for December daily, I don't think that's very manageable. So you need to be pretty tactical in terms of your thought process for what notebook you're using. For me, I like to use a traveler's notebook size insert, so A5 slim, and I like to do a 2-page spread on the page, and that's manageable for me for one day, for one day's worth of journaling. But for some people that might be too much, so you might want to do something A6 or even passport size. I would argue that the page count is sometimes more important than the size. So like I was saying earlier, I'm going to be using a traveler's notebook size insert. This one is A5 slim, as we said earlier, and this is a fun limited edition Taiwan beer insert, which I'll decorate later. But this has 64 pages in it, and that allows for 30 2-page spreads, so enough for the month. And then you'll have 2 pages, the front page, the first page right over here, which is a single. You can, technically count this as a 2-page spread if you want. And then you have the back page, this one here. And so that will allow me to journal for all 31 days. Some days might just be a single page spread, but I find that really helpful because there's some days that I cannot complete a 2-page spread. And so I usually play it by ear, and it usually works out for me. I know some people like to dedicate a single, full spread per day, and so the 62 or 64 pages in a regular size traveler's notebook might not be enough, but these end pages aren't counted in the page count, so technically you should have enough. And also you can always use a tip-in, which I like to do in my traveler's notebook, which is basically just adding a separate sheet of paper. For example, this is a piece of paper. You can do your journaling here, and you'll just use a piece of washi tape or whatever decorative tape you want, and you're just gonna tape it onto the spread, but not fully down. You're just gonna keep one edge taped down, and so you can still access the bottom part of your spread. So you can basically add another page at any moment, and that looks really cool. I'm not gonna keep that in though, but that's just another way to combat not having enough pages in your traveler's notebook. Tip number 4, I like to batch print my photos. You don't have to use photos in your December daily, but I like to batch print my photos every few days, and I will just print them out later. But when I'm journaling, I like to block in the areas that I am going to put a photo. So that's my top tip if you want to use photos but don't want to print a sheet of photos every single day. I like to save room in my journal spread. For example, if I am collaging something here or adding something here, and I want to add a photo there, I'll usually go in with another marker or a pencil, and I'll even just write, draw a little square, and save that as a space for a photo. But one of the tips that I have picked up from my friend Chelsea from Those With Words is actually just having a little cutout or a little piece of paper that you typically print your photos in. So as you can see here, I like to print these thumbnail size photos. They're very small, and that allows me to put multiple photos in one spread, but without having too much room taken up by photos, because I do like to write in my journals, as you can see. You can always block that out on a piece of paper. You can use cardstock or something that's a little bit more hefty, and you can keep this in your traveler's notebook. And when you're journaling, you can just use this as a reference. For example, I want to put a photo here. You can just see where that goes, You can even trace it with a pencil if you want to, and you'll know where to add your photo. And I like to add a note of what photo that's gonna be. So let's just do one right now. So I have no pencil, which is crazy. I guess I'm gonna have to put a photo here. So just trace, just like a rough guide, like that. You can even just do the corners if you want. I should have done the corners. And then I'm gonna put photo here. And now I know that when I'm gonna do my journaling, because as you can see, I try to fill up my page for a lot of it with writing, and so I can just write around that pre-blocked in spot, which is super cool. Thanks Chelsea for that tip. And then, like I have mentioned in my earlier video called how to catalog your journals, I like to keep different pockets in my journals. So I would keep my little photo, I guess this photo template in here in this pocket in here, so I know that in the future when I need it again, I can just grab it and then use it to block something in and then put it back in. So right after this video, I'm gonna set this up and put my pocket here so I can keep that little piece of paper there ready. Tip number 5, and my last tip, is to create a December daily kit of supplies and tools you want to use for a month, and keep that in, you know, one space or one little pouch. And my, you know, biggest tip for this is to be concise and think of a color palette or vibe that you want to go with for the month. But, you know, that's not a hard and fast rule. It's just a little guide, because I like to have a go with the flow type of journaling style in terms of, you know, collecting ephemera, using ticket stubs from the day, receipts from cafes, little pieces of paper packaging that I find interesting. I like to use that in my daily journal and in my December daily, and it's a shame to not use those things if they don't fall into, you know, the color palette that we want for a December daily. I think that's really wasteful, and, you know, it's kind of a shame to let go of those pieces of memorabilia just because they don't fit your vibe for the journal. So, you know, as much as I like to say that, you know, it's nice to have a color palette or vibe in mind, that's just a little guideline, but I like to break that rule or guideline often because, you know, we find cool and amazing things all around us, and, you know, the little tickets and ephemera, you know, I like to keep that and use that in my journal instead of tossing it away. So that's my biggest tip. This is my December daily kit, and I'll give you a quick rundown of what I have in here. But this is a little egg that I have, that just egg pouch that I got from my friend Will, and it's my little on the go like kind of scrap paper bin when I'm journaling, because I like to tear things and sometimes you don't have a recycling bin or garbage can, so I like to keep it in here, and it folds up nice and compact. And then this is what I plan to use this month for December daily. I have a Del Day pouch with some select Posca markers. I'm trying to go for, you know, a very bright Christmas theme of reds, greens, yellows, and pinks with a slight hint of blue, and I kind of chose colors like that for the mild liners, which are a little bit more calm in terms of their vibrancy and saturation, and then my favorite brush pens, which are the Pentel Touch sign pens. And then I have one Zig clean color dot in the brown because that's a neutral. Nice to have some neutrals in there. I've got this in the mail. It's kind of like junk mail, but it's so cute. I don't even know what it is. I think it's, yeah, I don't know. It just has cute holiday stuff. Gift catalog. Oh, gift catalog, like catalog. I guess it's for animals, but it's super cute. Lots of fun illustrations that are holiday-esque and cute animal illustrations. So I'm just gonna cut this out and use it for my December daily. I have my watercolor palette. You can still get this on Travelers Company USA. Shout out to Travelers Company USA. This is a fun watercolor palette that I want to use this month. I have my stamping goods. So I want to use Decayed Leaf from Sachihara and this lovely red shade from Sachihara. My stamp block, I keep these 3 stamps there. This one's a consolation stamp. This one's an ink splatter and that's a star because I use that so often I just keep it on there. And then these are the 2 stamps that I want to use, or stamp kits from Everyday Explorers Co. This one is the Great Indoors one. Lovely, fun and cozy. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time indoors during the holidays, so this is a nice one to use. And then I am going to be doing some traveling over the holidays back to Vancouver, Canada. So I'm using the World Traveler Kit, which is a collaboration with Everyday Explorers and my friend Abby C, which I've already mentioned earlier, but I'll leave her links down below. Super fun. I'm gonna use my December daily calendar that I designed. I don't have it printed out yet, but I'll get that printed out. Some dot stickers. These are from Classicy. Again, these date stickers just in case, and these tearaway calendar sheets just in case as well. This is my curated sticker selection. There's some Abby C in here, Everyday Explorers Co., Our Studio. I think this is Dayu Yo-Yo from my friend Chelsea. This is Sue Atelier. This is Abby. This is a printable from Job's Journal for my Patreon. And then these film inspired ones too, black and white and color, which are from my Patreon, Job's Journal Patreon. And then I have a selection of washi tape. So this one's Classicy. This one, I don't know. But these are all kind of like holiday colors. I don't have a lot of holiday specific stationery, so I'm just making do with what I have. This one's Classicy. This one's Baumkuchen. This one is Abby C. And then this is a big announcement. I have restocked my home collection PET tapes and washi tapes. The link will be down in the description bar below. I didn't know how to announce this, but I am doing a pre-order restock right now. So you'll probably see some visuals on the screen right now, but I'm so happy to bring these back. I had these on the shop for a limited run. These are my own personal rolls, and they're coming to an end. I'm almost complete them, but I'll just show you a quick show and tell. This is the collage PET tape, which is kind of like a large sticker roll that you can cut out and use in your journals. These are all collaged images. This is called the My Place collage tape from the home collection, which is all inspired by different homes I have once had, so in Korea, in Vancouver, and I also updated these recently. This doesn't have the updated version, but I added imagery from California because I've added a new home to my roster of homes. So this one is the film one, and these are all actual film photos that I've taken over the years in various different homes in Vancouver, in my little town of Byeonsan in Korea where I was living when I started this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's super fun. And then again, my last washi tape that I have. The last one is actually, I don't have it with me because I used it up already many years back. That one is the original Torn Edges washi tape. And then this is the Memories of Home collage washi tape. But yeah, super excited. All of that information will be down below. I would really love if you would support it, because this is the last time that I am going to be running a shop on Etsy. I really want to move away from me selling personally, just because of work and everything. It's quite hard to run a shop like that, and so I hope to find global, stockists and different other retailers that are willing to carry Job's Journal in the future. So stay tuned. It's not goodbye to Job's Journal shop yet. It'll just morph and change. So that you can hopefully buy it at your favorite retailer, you know, in different parts of the world. I'm manifesting that's gonna happen, and I hope that, you know, help support me with that too, in this process. And then the last thing that I have is my Galen leather pouch that just has, literally it's all just scrap paper. Like every time I have some cute little scrap paper that I save, I throw it in here and I keep it. I also have some pre-stamped images here, and this is like a holy grail of mine to keep a little stash of scrap paper to collage with, because as much as I love, you know, pattern papers from, you know, those paper pads from Michaels, sometimes I don't have access to it. Like right now I don't have a paper pad, and sometimes I like to layer and collage with things, and so having a little stash of, you know, tiny scrap papers is nice to have with you if you don't have a larger paper pad. And that completes my 5 tips to survive December daily. I hope I have given you enough motivation to attempt this journaling project. It sounds daunting, but it is so rewarding. My favorite thing to do around this time of year is actually to flip back in my old December dailies and to reminisce on those special December memories. And it is so nice to see photos of family and friends in there. And I really recommend everyone to try this challenge at least once in their like journaling, planning, paper crafting journey. It is really rewarding to look at each single completed journal each year. I hope you feel empowered that you can complete it. And if you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comment section below. Again, if you want to support this channel, be sure to check me out on Patreon. There's so much December daily assets and printables and stickers going up there soon, as well as exclusive videos. And then if you want to, again, check out my shop to shop the home collection restock. Again, my last shop update from my personal shop. These will ship out in January. And yeah, I'm really excited that I'm able to carry this one last time in my shop. But again, this is not a goodbye to Job's Journal products and the shop. I just hope to shift that and be able to sell at different stationery stores globally. But that is, you know, a plan and a dream, and I hope, you know, you continue to follow this channel and my journey wherever it leads us. But that completes this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a holiday or Christmas tree emoji in the comments below, so I know you're part of the end of video gang. I feel like we need like this isn't end of video gang. Oh no, we're making gang sounds now. End of video gang. So that I know that you made it to the end of this video. I'm gonna put these gang signs away, and I will see you in the next one. I love you so much, everyone. Please take care, and I love you, patrons. Bye bye.